Here's Brandon McManus to get this one going. And we're off and running from Western New York. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Shakir in motion right. Allen taking right to the air. He's got Khalil Shakir. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Now Allen off the play action. Well secured by Brandon Cooks. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
First tone of the game for James Cook. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Again, it's Cook. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. They're going for it here. 4th down, here's Allen. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
Here we go, here we go. 33, yellow. Hey, blue. Green gap. Watch out now, 50 Fury. Cut.
Love gonna air this out to start. This is on target to Christian Watson. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gain about 8, 2nd down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Let's go.
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Looky here, you don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
50, green, set.
First down, and they go right back to him. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone block. He's down to that 17-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play-action pass to come.
Set, hut. 10 flat.
All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment.
Got it.
Ready to go with the second quarter. It's the Packers with it inside the red zone.
Down. Zoom black. Go pink. Hut.
Going to the ground again on first. Winning their full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
38. Yellow. Go. Rail. Triple 38.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards.
Ready?
Shotgun now for Love. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time, and he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Set. Black 40. Hut.
Throwing his Love on third. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on third down, and they've got themselves a first and goal. Jacobs takes it in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers get the game's first points here in the second. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep. Certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Play action now, Allen. Into traffic, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Highmark Stadium in just a moment. 5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Now they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series. And he's the one driving it.
Allen on 3rd and short. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
On 4th down and 5, the offense staying out there. They'll go. Allen. Got a man. That's Kincaid. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him.
That's good for Bills. First down.
To throw again, it's Allen. He's got this complete to James Cook. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Pulled in by his back, Cook. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. They've got 1st down here from the 36.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Allen gonna throw again. Has him on the quick hitter. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And the Bills have a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Bills moving quickly now. They're in the hurry up.
2nd and 10. At the Packers' 17-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Hits him on the out route. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Leading 9 now on this third down, thanks to that false start penalty.
56, 50, 180!
Here he goes, third and long. Going right back to Kincaid, complete. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Before the play clock can run out, Sean McDermott decides to call a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. It's a 29-yard look right down the middle for him. Bass's kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
It's only 3 points, and they're going to still trail at halftime, but every little bit helps. And I'll tell you this as well. It also helps maybe later in the game. You got a fourth quarter clutch kick. To have that confidence built, that's important.
Emmanuel Wilson to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. Timeout is called, just 4 seconds, and we would assume, Brock, 1 play remaining in this half. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Running on first here with Jacobs. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Bass now to kick this away. Wilson with a return here. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. It's going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
At the 24-yard line.
Love out of the shotgun. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And it'll give the Packers the first.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. Set, go.
Love now off the play action. came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
That is a DB's best phrase, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Ready, set.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Line. Here we go, set. 52, go. Ready?
Handoff here to Jacobs. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Ready?
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Right, set. 33, yellow. Go red. Eagle blue. Hut, hut.
3rd and long for him here. Buying some time left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that brings up 4th and long.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Ready, ready. You, yellow. Cut, cut.
Back to throw it. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge next time the ball comes his way.
And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he's down to almost, nope, actually going to give him the 30 here. A pickup of 17. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Another one for Cook. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5.
Look out.
Now run by Cook. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. They'll air it out on 3rd. Bails out of the pocket quick. And the pack gets home. They drop him. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So that field goal gonna have to wait a little bit longer. That's the end of our 3rd quarter. It's Bills football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. Big moment for Tyler Bass here. From the right hash, 52 yards out. Got all of it, and this is good! And they cut it down to within a field goal.
I bet you, Kate, if we were down there right in his mind, as that ball sailed good through the uprights, his mind was already thinking about the next one. If this score holds and he gets another opportunity, well, the game could be on the line with that one.
Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready.
Packers getting set here. First and 10.
Black swap. Here we go.
Hand off to Jacobs to start the drive. Solid gain on that play, Brock. That's 5 yards. It's going to be second down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
On second down, Jacobs. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. That one gains 7. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. All set to go now from the 35.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Love with it on first down. Short pass brought in. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And they find him after just a yard, and it's third down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up third and 3.
Down. Ready.
He's back to throw. Pass brought in by Watson. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play.
Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers grow the lead to 7. Christian Watson with the touchdown.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
The Packers will set up for the 2-point
Love's going to throw for 2. It's gone. And he gets into the end zone. The 2-point try is good, and now it's a 2-score ball game. On now is McManus to kick this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball into the 35 to begin this drive. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up first and 10.
180!
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Motioning left is their running back. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
3rd and long. It's Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Packers up by 9.
On the double.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready.
A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. Still has room inside the